Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskar. Welcome back to Jalprayag. Today I'm going to slightly change the topic, and this was due to a few requests from a couple of students who are going for exam. So they are going to appear for the oral exams for second match. So they requested me to clarify a few doubts regarding COLREGS. So that is why I'm shifting to one of the situations of COLREGS, which is a very common question for actually second mates and mates also. I request you to watch this video in full. Please don't jump to conclusions halfway. Why? Because I've taken a different approach to give you a solution for this question. And usually students are making wrong judgments. So that is why please watch this video full. It might be slightly longer. And usually I don't take any question without discussing the rules, but I had to do this because this question was coming quite often, and a few people have exams coming in the next week. So I'm going to deal with this, and later on I'll talk about the COLREGS also. Right now, this is only a situation which is coming in your oral question. So this was the oral question. This was own vessel proceeding in restricted visibility. You observe two targets on radar. One is on the starboard bow, another on the starboard quarter, and both have risk of collision with you. And this was the action. What is action? So you will see the questions will be very generic, and there are a lot of interpretations that can come to the student in that particular time of anxiety. It is possible, yes, and some judgment may be right, some judgment may be wrong. In that situation, people can do a mistake. So I'm going to give you two cases which are possible the student can come up with, but I'll be dealing with only one case right now in this video. I may deal the second case later on, but it's okay. I'm dealing with the case which majority of the students jump to conclusion, and that situation is correct. There's nothing wrong in the situation, but it could be different also. So this question, since being generic, I can have two cases. Let me show you a small hypothetical radar picture. Uh, I've shown you relative motion display, so you are always at the center. I'm giving you the first target, target one, which is on your starboard quarter. Then I'm marking it as case one because multiple cases can occur due to the wording of the question on the starboard bow vessel. So please see this. This is case one. I can have a situation where both these vessels, I might have risk of collision. Let me show you case two, which is possible also. The case two clearly tells you that if I put this vessel like this also, I can have risk of collision. So these are the two cases possible in this generic question. I'm going to deal with only case one. Let us deal with case one because majority of the students come up with that conclusion. And I've seen a couple of questions asked by the surveys also with the same idea in their mind. So it is okay. I'm going to deal with case one. Any scenario in your situation, please remember, in real life also, I've got maximum 5 options to avoid collision. So your starboard alteration, port, increasing of speed, decreasing of speed, and taking all way off. I'll be using the same abbreviation which nowadays this particular brand of students always are using this abbreviation, TAVO. So means stop, take all way off. Okay, you're not making way through water. So let us look at this case. I put a section 3 because it's restricted visibility. Scenario is case 1. Refer to case 1. Restricted visibility. Risk of collision with own vessel. Both target 1 and target 2. So I'm going to show you as a pictorially as if it is a restricted visibility. I'll put my vessel. I'm going to show the fore and aft line and the beam line. I'm going to show for all of them. Why? Because it pertains to rule number 19. Now, when I deal with rule number 19 separately, I will give you more insight of why you need this fore and aft line and your beam line. I'm going to put the starboard quarter as target one, the blue vessel, fore and aft line and the beam line. I'll put target two, the green, fore and aft line and the beam line. I need all of them for my judgment. So I'm going to use first look approach. When I say first look approach, this means that most of the candidates come with this thoughts when they look at the question and give the answer. And you should realize after I finish my first look approach, I'm going to tell you whether it is right or wrong. So please don't jump to some kind of reaction based on the first look approach. Let us look at this first look approach. I'm deliberately giving you this first look approach to tell you whether you are right or wrong in your judgment. Okay. And I'm going to deal with course alteration right now. Let us deal with course alteration. Later on, I'll go for speed also. Your own ship is forward of the beam of target one. So blue color vessel, which means rule 19D1 in the first half says that blue should not alter course to port. This is first half of 19D1. Now next, your target two. Please remember, I as a own vessel have target two on my forward. That means forward of the beam. So that means again, your own ship also has got a relation. But before that, please look at what is the relation between your own ship and the blue color vessel. 19D2 says that I should not alter towards any vessel which is abeam or above the beam. So that means I've given you a case for my own vessel, relation to the blue vessel. This is the condition. Now let me look at what is the relation between own vessel and the green. Okay. Right now what I have done is given the complete, the first look scenario between the blue and the own vessel. Let me go to relation between the own vessel and the green vessel. Now, please look at it. Your target two is forward of the beam of own. So as far as half of 19D1, first half, I will not alter course to port. So this is the first kind of reaction I'm giving you based on the first half of 19D1. Let me see what target 2 will do in relation with me as far as 19D2 is concerned. He will not alter course towards the own vessel. So this is what is called first look approach or first impression, which most of the students give in an exam. They are looking at only first half of 19D1. So I'm deliberately discussing this to highlight where it is not correct. I would call this conclusion, if any student gives, which is your first look impression, is incomplete. So most of the students conclude here itself, and they say that own vessel cannot alter course to port and starboard. Hence, only speed change is available to me, which I call it as incomplete. This is not the complete. So then what should I do? I'm going to use the elimination of options method. Please don't give this answer. This answer is incomplete in your exam, telling that the only speed alteration is available. And I know most of you will give which speed alteration also you will give. That also, I think all of you know this answer. You would have given reduction of speed or take all the way up. This is what you would have given. Please remember this is incomplete. Let us go a little bit further. I'm going to use this elimination method. Elimination method, whenever I get a situation where I have multiple answers, please keep discarding the least important one by one, then you will end up with just one or two final options. So that is what I call elimination method. Please try this. Let me show you how to do that. If you see, compared to the previous picture, I have removed all the restrictions of own vessel and the blue vessel, but I'm retaining the one on the green vessel because for him there is no choice. So let us see what choice we are left with greater, a more in-depth analysis. So I'm going to go, this time I'm going to look for the full rule of 19D1. So let us look at it. Target 1 is overtaking own vessel. Please remember 19D1, in the second half, he gives you the right to alter any direction. The first half says do not alter course to port because it is forward of the beam. But the second half gives you the right to alter any side. Please go and have a look at 19D1's second half. I will talk about this rule later on when I do rule number 19 separately. I'm going to do it separately. We'll see that. So this is the option available for you for target 1. Now your own vessel is overtaking target 2. Okay. But before that, you should realize what is the relation between blue and your own vessel also. Okay. But as far as target 2 is concerned, for me, there also I have the second part of the 19D1, which means I can alter to both the sides. So please look at, in this page, I've allowed target 1 to alter both the sides and own vessel to alter both the sides based on 19D1's second half. I'm using second half of 19D1. These are the options available to you. Let us again go by elimination method. I'm going to use elimination method now. Let us strike off one by one because this is not the final conclusion. Your own vessel should avoid altering course towards the vessel beam or above the beam. That is the blue vessel. So which means the first elimination is here. This is the first elimination. I've eliminated starboard alteration for myself. Okay. Now look at target 1. The target 1, because of its higher speed, is again liable to come and collide with us because there is a risk of collision. Okay, that you should not forget that part also. What about target 2? Your vessel, looking in this situation, can have risk of collision only when you are also overtaking the target 2, which means your speed is greater. That means own ship also can go and hit target 2. So in this condition, where the blue can hit you and you can hit the green, for me, one of the very good options allowed in this page is I can alter course to port. I can do a bold alteration to port. This is allowed under the second half of 19D1. Please remember. So don't think that port alteration is also gone. No. Even though the first look approach said no, because your green vessel was forward of the beam. But as for 19D1 second half, I am still having. So assume in this right now situation, none of them are altering. You have one good option of altering course to port, make a big alteration to port. But you should realize you are in a restricted visibility situation. So you'll have to be very, very careful. And always 19 says that you can have, because of restricted visibility, there's a lot of times that you might not have detected any target. So I'm not going to go into that condition. So whenever restricted visibility is there, you will see the books which have been printed long time back. They will always try to give you a speed change option. So they will always give you, and there was a logic behind that also. But right now, I still have option, and I'm not violating any rules. I can still alter course to port since nothing was mentioned in the orals regarding any target or any danger on my port side. I have the right to alter course to port. Okay. Now this is first look of your elimination method. I've started the elimination method. Now you can see I've already come up to a conclusion that port alteration is available to me. So I can do that. Now let us go with speed alteration, and there also one by one let us eliminate what is possible, what is not. Your target 1, please remember, is overtaking on, and on is overtaking the target 2. Now if I reduce speed, which is the common answer in all the questions, this is what I am looking at, common answer, reduction of speed. Yes, it will help you to avoid target 2. Okay. And let us say once you're a little bit clear of target 2, you can alter course to port also. So that means I can do a combination of course alteration to port and reduction of speed. 100% it is going to avoid target 2. But then you should realize still that you will get with target 1 closer even earlier than what was before, because he's coming at a speed and your speed has been reduced. So you should keep this also in mind. Please keep this also in mind. Just because you got out of target 2, target 1 is still a danger. So when you look at this case, when target 1 is still a danger, you have one more choice. You could have increased the speed, because usually in rule number 19, you're already at your maneuvering speed. You have the option to increase the speed, and that will escape you from target 1. But at the same time, you should realize you are going to violate rule number 6, the safe speed, because right now you are already at a safe speed, and increasing that is a violation. So what I would suggest is leave this. Let us not violate rule number 6. I still have options. So if I had increased speed, I could have got clear of target 1. But again, there it puts you in a danger with target 2 also, because of your increasing of speed. So with all this in picture, I would suggest alteration of course to port is one of the best option available to you. So there you are not touching your speed, you are not getting in danger with target 2 nor target 1. Why? Because increasing or decreasing speed is putting me in danger with one of them, always with one of them. But alteration of course to port is getting me clear of both the targets. Please remember, both the targets. So for me, this is the first option, is alteration of course to port. Okay. So as I said, reduction of speed or increased speed creates problem with both the targets. That is what I mentioned here also. So with all this, I've given you the elimination. I've given you your first look approach was incomplete. Let me give you one last ultimate option. Usually you might see you're trying to do a lot of things in restricted visibility where you can't see the vessel also, and still you are not able to clear. Then I would say, please go ahead. Reduction of speed and taking all way off is the ultimate action. Please remember that. It is there for you at all the times. Reduction of speed and taking all way off is the ultimate option where you cannot do anything and you have the right to use that. But after that, you'll have to be a little bit cautious. Please change your restricted visibility fog signals to the underway mode, because now you will not be making way. Please change it to underway mode. Okay. And with all these discussions, end of the day, I'll give you a small answer. You could have given this answer directly also, but I suggest please look at all pros and cons before you give the answer. So for me, the final conclusion, the best option is alteration of course to port. Okay. Then you have a choice. You can either do a combined effort of reduction of speed or taking all way off, or you can separately do reduction of speed and take all way off also. So both these are available to you. So this is what I would say is the final answer. These last three lines are available to you, but I still suggest you still have a course alteration to port available. So that is important for you. Now, before I conclude, again, as I said, this video will be slightly longer. Bear with me, but it will help you in all the remaining questions. Now, one thing which most of the students do is misuse of privilege. What is the privilege? Privilege is your rule number 2. Just because rule number 2B is available to you, and that too it's placed before all the rules, does not mean that you have the right to use it first. No, please don't do that. This conclusion I keep getting in most of the students. Immediately they quote rule number 2. No, I don't think so. So this is a common mistake. Please don't do that. Okay. Remember, before 2B there is 2A, and 2A says, please first do your duties and then only you ask for your rights. So what are your duties? Duties is to comply with all rules first. Please follow. You see, in this situation, I never chose to be. I followed the rules. I still had options. I still had option to alter course to port. I still have option to reduction of speed and taking all way off. I did not use to be at all. So please don't jump to be always. Okay. And after following all rules, even then, if you cannot avoid collision, then only you should deviate. I'll talk about rule 2B later, but I wanted to use this. Why? Because this is being quoted in this particular situation by students. So please don't do this. In my terms, rule 2B should be the last resort, not your first hand solution. No, it cannot be. Rules are generally made for one-on-one situation, but this question, what we did was multiple targets. So please be ready to uh, come into a situation where multiple targets are given to you, so that you can give a conclusion on multiple targets also. I hope this video was helpful for you. I'll come back with more situations in case I keep getting queries from students. Till then, keep watching Jal Prayag, and please give me your comments. I am welcome to your comments. Let it be right or wrong. It's okay. If there is something you don't agree and you feel is wrong, I'm very happy to change it. But as far as I'm concerned, I've given a lot of thought about it, consulted, and this answer for me is right. Okay. Keep watching Jal Prayag. Until then, Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskar.